So, good morning students. Now we are on the next topic of our chapter atoms and molecules, that what is chemical equation. We know that every chemical reaction is accompanied by a certain form of chemical reaction, and chemical reaction is represented in the form of chemical equation. We know that if we talk about some chemical process, any chemical process will be accompanied by chemical reaction, and for that chemical reaction we have to represent it in the form of the chemical equation. So any chemical process will be defined in terms of chemical reaction, and every chemical reactions will be followed by certain form of chemical equation. So what is chemical equation? Chemical equation is basically a combination of the symbols of the elements in which particular reactants combine to give a particular type of product. So what is chemical equation? It is the combination of symbols of element reacted together to give a particular product. So it is a combination of the symbols or form of an element in which reactant combine to form a particular type of the product. So what is an example of the chemical equation? What we are doing here, we have treated the zinc granules with dilute sulfuric acid. We have taken zinc, and zinc is treated with dilute hydrochloric acid. So after zinc is reacted with hydrochloric acid, we will get a product. We will get zinc chloride, and hydrogen gas is liberated in this reaction. So it is the chemical equation which is used to represent any formula in the symbolic form or the sentence form. So it is an example for chemical equation. Now what are the types of chemical equation over here? Now we have discussed our next topic, that is types of chemical equation. Basically we have two types of chemical equation over here. One is symbol equation and second is sentence equation. We have two categories here. First is sentence equation, second is symbol equation. So now we will discuss these two categories one by one, what actually the sentence equation is and what will be the symbol equation. As the name suggests, sentence equation is the equation in which the representation of reactant and product will be done in the sentence wise manner. As I have written here, zinc plus hydrochloric acid is going to give zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas, and this is an example for sentence equation. This is an example for sentence equation in which we write every reactant and product in the form of the sentence. Now what is the terms here identifying? We are going to zinc plus hydrochloric acid, the substances or the elements which are present in left hand side are known as reactants. The substance or the elements that are present in right hand side of the equation are known as product, and the arrow here indicates the direction of the reaction. So we have three terms to identify here. One is reactants. Reactants are actually the elements which are present in left hand side of the equation. Next term is products. Reactants after combining will form a certain amount of product. Product are the combination of elements and they are present on right hand side of the equation. So it is all about reactants. This is what reactants are and this is actually what the products are. Now what will this arrow here indicate? The arrow will give us the direction of the reaction. So we have our next term, that is what will arrow indicate? Arrow here gives direction of reaction. So it is all about the sentence equation we have discussed here, but from this symbolic representation we can see that for writing any sentence equation is very time consuming and inconvenient and it will not give the complete information of any reaction. So we will prefer to write the equation in a symbolic form. So we are on our next category, that is what is the symbolic equation. So what is symbolic equation? Symbolic equation is the representation of any equation in the form of the symbols of the element. Our second category is symbol equation. So what is the symbol equation? It is the representation of equation in symbolic form. It is the representation of chemical equation in form of symbols. So we will write the symbols of any reaction. Here I am taking the example for burning of magnesium wire. We know that when magnesium wire is burned, a white powdery substance is produced, that is magnesium oxide. We will write the example here. Example for symbolic equation will be burning of magnesium ribbon. What will happen if we are going to burn the magnesium ribbon? Firstly, we will take Mg over here. This is magnesium ribbon. We will burn it in the presence of oxygen. What we are going to get is MgO. For balancing this equation, we have two molecules of oxygen over here and we have only one magnesium element here. So we will balance the equation by writing 2 here there. So this is magnesium, this is oxygen, and what we will get? We will get magnesium oxide, which is a white powdery substance. So here magnesium is the white powdery substance and magnesium ribbon we have taken is in the form of the wire. So we have write the symbol for magnesium here, symbol for oxygen here, and the symbol for magnesium oxide here. So this is known as the symbol equation, and for other purposes it is easy to write the equation in the symbolic form rather than sentence form, because it is convenient to write over here and it is less time consuming. So what we will prefer? We will prefer the symbolic equations for writing any formula of the compound. So it is all about our topic, that is chemical equation. It is of two types, sentence equation and symbol equations. Now we are on our next topic that we will discuss in our next class, that is about the mole concept. So this lecture is over for today. Thank you so much and have a nice day.